Right up for sale and for demo today, we have this really cool 1965 Martin 00018. Just up front, this guitar has been fully serviced. The bridge has been re-glued, neck has been reset, all that heavy-duty, expensive work has been done. Please keep that in mind when shopping around, especially for vintage acoustics. I try as best I can to sell guitars after I get them fully serviced, unless for some reason or another it just doesn't work. That's expensive work. You're looking at retail for all that to be done, $800, maybe $1,200, depending on where you live. That's all been done for you. It's all ready to go. And it's a very nice sounding Martin 00018. This model for many, many years was overlooked, but more and more I think people are really starting to appreciate smaller body guitars in general, and the 00018 is one of those. It's nice, it's comfortable. Unlike a big dreadnought, it doesn't dig into your side and create, uncomfortability while you're playing for long periods of time. And they also have their own distinct sound. Now, it's not going to thunder or thump like a dreadnought's going to. The mids are more pronounced, the top end and the chime. But that actually is very nice, especially if you're playing with an ensemble, because you don't want your guitar overwhelming the rest of the mix. So again, all the work on this guy's been done. There's no cracks to the neck. The back and the sides are all good. The top really only has this typical B string crack here by the pick guard. I think it's celluloid material that these pick guards were made out of. It just shrunk over time and it curled up, and that just kind of pulled the wood, and almost inevitably, there are some exceptions, produces that little split right there. So, and then there's a center seam separation here. It's hard to see here in this lighting anyway. See if I can get it for you. But anyway, there is a slight separation. It's not a crack. It's a separation of the two pieces of wood. The top has two pieces of wood that it's made out of, book matched. So it's basically one layer of wood. They cut it, thinly slice it, and then they flip it side to side so they match on both sides. Okay, same thing on the back, all right? And so this is glued together, and sometimes over time, as the body is pulled up from the tension of the strings, you can get a little bit of a separation there. It wasn't much. A little bit of glue was laid in there, and so we don't call it a crack. It's a center seam separation, and so that's been done. Other than that, that's really all I see here on this instrument. As far as repair work that's been done, the serial number is 205072, so it's right there for 1965. It really has a nice ring to it, a nice sustain. You play it, and it rings, and it goes. The frets are in good shape. They may have been leveled off at some point, but there's no big divots or anything like that in there. They're still using Brazilian rosewood, so you got a nice chocolate-bound Brazilian rosewood bridge, fretboard, and headstock overlay, or veneer, I guess we should say, headstock veneer. A mahogany neck, back and sides, and a spruce top. It's a really fabulous example of the model. I should note that the tuners on here look to be later repros, Grover repros, so they're the right style. Right? The open back Grovers, there you can see it, but I think they're more recent, and so they hold their tuning stability really well. Other than that, I call this one a solid, very good condition guitar, and yeah, it's a great instrument. Oh, I should also notice that on the back there's a little bit of wear and tear, like right there. Here, I'll step away from the mic to get close so you can see it. Right there. Kind of see that right there on the edge. You can kind of see that right there on the edge. So that's also, but it seems to be just like right along the binding, and everything there looks good, stable. So anyway, that's the guitar. It's a really nice sounding example. You're going to love playing it. I think that's about all I can say. Oh, yeah, it does come in a case. I think it's probably from the late 70s, early 80s. It's Martin branded. It's a thermoplastic case with like felt lining inside. It's for 0018 and will protect the guitar very, very well. All right, if you've watched this far, just a word that the best place that you can buy this guitar, best deal for you and for me, is on my website, which is linked below. You can also find some contact info there if you have any questions about the guitar. One bonus about buying on the website is that you don't get charged sales tax at checkout. You may be on the hook for use tax that's self-reported in your state, depending on the state you live in, but I don't have to charge sales tax if you're outside Washington State in the USA if you buy on the website. So be that for what it is, you might want to check that out. If you have any other questions, please look over the listing carefully. I've provided detailed photos of everything and outlined it all in the listing. If anything's unclear, please just send me a friendly note, and we'll either have a conversation about it if there's a disagreement, or you can feel free to correct me if I missed something here. Thanks for checking out the guitar, and have a great day.